Hi everybody, I'm Chris. Welcome to the AMA Garage. This is Monday night shop night. Tonight we're going to be working on the 58 Chevy Apache here, long bed. Been working on this for a little bit. If you've been following us, you've seen the videos already, and we took apart the whole front end and everything. Tonight we're going to take the back off. We're going to take the bed off so that we can take apart the transmission and everything and get the motor out. This is a really interesting setup that the guys did prior to me owning this. The inside was all rotted out and everything, and so they came up with the idea of having a removable floating bed, and it's interesting. A lot of interesting stuff in this thing, including the frame. Needless to say, it's going to be changed. This is all going to come out. We're going to put it back to as close to original as we can. Going to be some surprises with this truck. Got a 59 donor truck that is going to be lending a whole lot of parts of this thing, and this truck's not going to look like this truck when I'm done with it. Alright, they put a couple of things in here to act as rollers for that bed. I'm going to pull them out of here. Hopefully I can get them out. Yeah, Andrew, if you'll push that in. It's pretty interesting what they did here for this roller. They put a bearing in and straightened out some tire irons to act as the axle for this thing to roll on. Not necessarily what I would have done. Not gonna knock what somebody did. They did what they did with what they had, but not the way I'm gonna do it. And if you see this here jerry can back here, it's actually plumbed in where this was the gas tank. Gas tank behind the seat's gone in the cab, and this is what they were using. It's got a little bit of a faulty connection, so when we put gas in, it doesn't stay in very long. It kind of runs out. Not going to bother straightening it or tightening it. I'm just going to take it off. All right, everybody, so you've seen the tour, you've seen what we've got, you've seen what we're working with, so we're going to start tearing this thing apart, and I'll check back in with you with an update. Hey everybody, so we're in the process of taking the bed off of here, and we got the tail lights off, which they were old Cadillac tail lights, probably from the late 60s, early 70s that they put on. But right now, we want to take the tailgate off, and the bolts they're just slipping, and so it's all froze up. So I'm gonna take the cutoff wheel, cut the heads off, and then see if we can pop the tailgate off, and then take the remainder of the bolts out. So that's what we're gonna do now. So we got the bed off, and you guys may have noticed we got the the fast forward going, or whatever the hell it's called. Anyways, you may have noticed me going back a few times when we're trying to get some of these nuts off, bolts. It's because the previous owners, one of the previous owners of this car, mixed and matched metric with standard, and then varying sizes, I think, whatever they had lying around. But we drilled and cut almost all the bolts, got it off, got the fenders off. One of the fenders is decent. The other fender's got a little damage to it. This bed right here is rusted out on the bottom, almost every single side, unfortunately. But it's actually, I think it's still repairable. But it's a long bed, and I'm not going to keep it as a long bed. Oop! I let the surprise out. Anyway, so you notice the frame of the truck may not even be an original frame from the front up, but from the midway back, this is all a replacement that they did. And I think I said it before, it's definitely not the way I would have done it. So this is all coming out. So we're going to move the bed, and then we're going to get to work on this, take off the whole back end, roll it out, support this thing on jack stands, and next step will be taking the cab off, and then we'll deal with the engine. Alright everybody, we got the bed apart. That really wasn't that much fun. The screws on this side came off, screws on that side had to be cut and drilled. And then this cross piece for the tail end of the bed, it had been pinched in really badly, and where the sides come down and make contact with this, it looked like it'd been welded, or it looks like it'd been welded, and I didn't know that would be the case on these. We have a spare piece back in the back, and it had not been welded, and so we had to play around with this, beat it with the 2x4 for a bit. That was fun, a little bit of barbarian action on that, and ended up taking a cut-off wheel and just doing a real thin cut on this, and then running a screwdriver down it and splitting the metal apart. Got a little damage to these back panels, but as you can see, these the back of these side panels, and these side panels, the rails here for the bed support, that's all rusted out. It's all repairable. It's just not something I'm going to be using. So, but right now we got it all apart, and that was our main goal. You can see right here, this is the back of the cab, and the bottom of this is so rusted out that it just looks like it got torn, looks like it got ripped. So Definitely not something that I'm going to be doing anything with. But you know what? As hard as it was still really fun. So anyways, we want to thank you for watching. Appreciate you coming to watch AMA Garage here, and please like and subscribe, and we'll be back next week with an update on everything else.